everyone, and welcome to X-Pole TV. I'm Abbi Summers and I'm joined here at the X-Pole Development Centre with the lovely Nadia Sharif, who's joined us all the way from the US. Lovely to have you here.
I'm so happy to be here.
Congratulations on your recent pole championship.
Thank you.
Just a couple of questions we wanted to ask you, if that's okay.
Sure.
So what made you get into pole?
I started watching YouTube and I was just a YouTube addict. I saw Felix Kane's first Australian championship and was so inspired by her beauty and her presence, and I showed it to my mother, and my mom was like, okay, let's get a pole, like it's absolutely gorgeous, and she was all about it. So I went to IKEA and I bought a piece of piping that you would use in a closet and I installed it in my room, started watching YouTube videos and started teaching myself.
And what made you continue to pole dance?
I did my first competition after just pole dancing a few months, and the studio that threw the competition hired me as an instructor.
Oh, wow.
And so at the time I was going to college, going to school and studying, so it was a nice little part-time job that I really enjoyed, and I met a lot of friends and really enjoyed the community. So I just kept with it and kept competing, kept training. I started doing doubles and just, kept moving on and forward in the pole industry.
And who would you say is one of your biggest inspirations?
Oh gee, sometimes they change around. Of course, Felix is like my number one inspiration since the beginning. But I also have other inspirations. I really enjoy Marlo Fiskin and Stephen Retchless. There's also a few dancers in Japan that I can't pronounce their names properly, but they have some amazing techniques, and I would love to visit there and see, share and learn.
What would be your ultimate pole experience? Who would you love to do a double with?
Oh, well, I have my doubles partner, and she's the best doubles partner in the world, and I couldn't ask for anything better. So Mina and I, we've been doing doubles for about 2 years now. We do doubles acrobatics and we do doubles pole. We also started doing doubles aerial for silks and hoop. So she's the best partner I could ask for.
That's great to see. Great partnership we've got there. And how has pole changed your life?
Oh gosh, I couldn't imagine my life now without pole. I've had 2 engineering jobs and couldn't maintain them because I'm just not passionate about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so passionate about pole, and I just left, my career and what I've studied so hard for to just pursue, love and dance of pole. So it's completely taken over my life.
That's it. It's great that you're so passionate about something in that way. Tell us about one of your biggest ever performances.
Oh, wow. I've been a part of a few big performances that I've had really great times at, like Gravity was one of my favorite places to perform at with Nina. But the one that's just tattooed in my brain as something that really started my year off for 2012 really well is National Aerial Pole Art Championship that was in Las Vegas earlier in the year, and I did my Tango Roxanne piece and just started my year off really well. And then the next one would have to be California. That one is just like so close to my heart, and I've been trying so hard to please my community and give back to my community and my state, so it was really nice to finally win that competition as well.
Win the championship. With regards to tricks, what would you say your ultimate hardest trick is?
That I can actually do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not sure that it's the hardest trick, but it's definitely super unique to me, and I developed it using like physics only. It's called the Chinese Phoenix, and I've had a lot of people interested in learning it. The success rate has been low so far. We did have one student yesterday that I had a private with me, Daniel.
Oh, okay.
He got it, and it was,
wow.
Yeah, he's been the first one on the tour so far to actually get it.
If you could dance to only one song on repeat forever, which one would it be?
This is a tough question, but I do have a song that moved me from the very beginning. It's Dazed and Confused by Led Zeppelin. It's like a 7-minute song that's got a crazy story to it, and I feel like I can just let loose and get lost in that song.
That's great, and you can put your story into your dance, really.
Definitely.
Who would you say supports you the most?
Supports me the most? Well, my mom has been a huge supporter and always just pushing me to, you know, be creative and artistic and different. So I'm really thankful to have her in my life, because I know a lot of parents aren't supportive and for the, you know, the people in the pole industry. So I feel very lucky and blessed to have a mother that is really supportive.
And when you're practicing pole, where do you prefer to do it? At playground, on stage, at home, in the studio?
Oh geez, I'm kind of like a pole nomad. I'm everywhere in LA, and I train at almost all the studios there. So I really like what each studio has to offer. They all have something different to offer, and they all have, you know, instructors and people there that I like to be around. That, you know, I'm kind of I get inspired by other people and just like get motivated by, you know, by being in a room with other people. So it's nice to have so many studios back at home to play with everyone.
And what would you say is the hardest thing about pole and beginning pole and your whole pole experience?
Well, I think the pain factor and just like trust, you know, trusting your thighs, trusting your feet, trusting your hands, you know, committing to movement, and, you know, it's painful. So just getting over that and then making it look effortless and pretend like it doesn't hurt.
You do make it look effortless.
Thank you. Thank you. So I think that's the hardest part, you know, just to keep your flow and just take the pain and accept it for what it is.
And obviously we are coming up to Christmas, so what is on your pole Christmas wish list this year?
Well, it's good timing because I'm done with competitions for the year, so now I can go into my experimental phase. So there's not necessarily a trick that I've seen that I want to accomplish, but I want to take tricks that I've kind of developed and upgrade them, tweak them, twist them, and just sort of, you know, be in my creative zone for the next, you know, month. I would love that.
Have you got any more competitions or any more tours going on over the next year or so?
Well, yeah, in January, I'm very excited to be going to Australia.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll be going with Natasha Wang. We'll be going together to teach at the West Australian pole camp. And then I also, for competitions, I submitted with my doubles partner, Mina Mordezai, to IPC. So we're hoping that we'll be a part of that competition later in 2013.
You've got lots of things to look forward to next year.
Yes.
Thank you very much for joining us today. We're going to let you get back on track with your workshops, and we hope to see you again in 2013.
I had such a great time here at the Expo Development Center. Thank you so much for having me.
Our pleasure. It's our pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you soon.